So it's kind of scary because 1 month is left for school. School isn't my thing, but my mom is doing me the extra schools, which means that two teachers come to my home 4 times a week. Although it doesn't interrupt that much of my real work, purpose work that I want to do, but it is just a waste of time, and that's why I tomorrow will cancel the membership and tempt my mom that I'm still doing them until the shit is done. And you know, it is so fucking risky because I'm not the boy who's doing e-commerce or doing whatever straight away business model. Actually, what I'm doing is fixing my own problems so I can position myself as the authority and help others as well. And my words are not coming from the confidence of final equipped form. My confidence is coming from knowing the truth and pursuing my direction. These days I've been slacking so much. Not really. I discovered that I need some trauma, emotional work and regulation, and thus I bought some books that I didn't receive them yet. I changed my schedule, made it easy, which contains just from my morning routine, work, eating with the mom, walking for a long period, instead of exercise because I don't have the right shoes so I can run. It hurts my feet and my joints, and a night routine and sleep. And on those periods, I'm essentially going to be focused on doing what will Adonis do if he didn't receive the books yet. See, when the book's gonna arrive, in the morning routine, I'm going to read and learn, and in the evening, I'm gonna actionalize what I learned. I don't have the books yet, and thus I will just try my best and not let those seconds waste. A second past is a second waste. And I wish if I was able to study again. I certainly can't anymore. Not because of out of exhaustion, but after seeing the truth for what it is, there is no going back. And that's what I did. And I never regret any decision in my life, and not this one. I'm not going to betray myself for all those comforts. I'm going to prioritize myself and fuck what others are gonna think about. Yes, here, but what if trauma and trauma regulation, emotional regulation isn't enough to quit porn and you need to learn another topic? If there is something that I'm gonna learn at the right time, then I'm welcoming it. I'm not afraid of what if I don't have the full picture. I'm certainly learning from my mistakes. No one ever have told me the importance of self-image or trauma work and emotional regulation and how it correlates with my pornography addiction. All what taught me is God and my mistakes, that I use them as a feedback to correct my approach. And I don't give a fuck how long it takes. I don't give a fuck how many mistakes I'm gonna do. I don't give a fuck on how people gonna see me, especially my family. An 18-year-old daydreaming, thinking that Korean porn is something valuable and he can get paid money from. And I don't give a fuck about how other people gonna perceive me as a weirdo who lost his mind, who probably didn't get a good point in baccalaureate, and he certainly so embarrassing and shameful that people gonna still know that I didn't quit porn yet because I learned something the way. And I don't give a fuck, to be honest, not gonna lie. I don't give a fuck. I'm just like the girl who posts her nudes on Instagram and the next day goes to school and everyone laughs and she just doesn't give a fuck. It's way different from mine. And these words are not coming out of certainty that finally I quit porn and all what it's left is to monetize my service. These words are coming from the confidence that I know what I want and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to do the thing that I want to do. Because it means me. It means me a lot. It is my whole life. Away from financially, it's my mental health. It's my relationship with God. And I might sound like I'm making excuses to not work, but I don't need to explain to you why I think what I'm doing is right or wrong. I wish this period gonna end up as soon as possible. This last month, until not the exams are finished, but until I receive the books that talks about trauma and healing, so I can continue my work. See, I tried to work out of scratch my emotional things and trauma, but it was just like I opened the cage of a big monster that was inside of me, my wounds and my traumas. And because I wasn't informed, I didn't have a guidebook, and using ChatGPT is just a bitch because it's gonna, each time you're gonna use it too much, it's gonna tell you to pay for the premium, but I don't have money. It's like I was just left with the fucking big monster running into my house and uncontrollable, and I don't know how to get him back into the cage, and I don't know how to deal with him. It was a tough, the last week and this week was a tough period where the difference was I never dig deep down into my wounds back then. That's why I was able to manage my porn consumption. Like each 3 weeks I consume porn, but because I let those wounds and I see them for what it is, but unfortunately I didn't have the right tools and the full tools to deal with them. I just, I got back to porn again. I don't know how to explain it to you. Like, I never consumed porn as much as this time since February. From the start of February. I hope this period to pass so fast. And if you're gonna ask me what if am I afraid of having the books and reading them and finding them actually viable, and they developed something, they gave me the missing puzzles for my goal on quitting porn, but still I need to touch on another topic so I can complete the whole picture. Like, am I afraid of asking my mom again for money so I can buy books on another topic? I'm so fucking afraid. I'm so fucking afraid of the look that she's gonna look at me whilst I didn't get a good point on my college, which means that, especially in this happy country, like if you got below average, or even average, you won't fucking have no job to work on. And I don't know, I'm not really looking for a job to work on, whether even if it means I'm the best of the best in the fucking grades. It's just not my thing. It's just not my purpose, you know. I'm so fucking afraid. I'm so fucking afraid of my mom looking at me with this fucking gaze in her eyes. See, I told you, you're just daydreaming. You're gonna regret that. And see, now you regret. Now you regret. And all the other family members, yeah, you did the bad mistake. Now you regret. And I'm gonna let it surround her, you know? It doesn't matter how much I'm gonna explain to them how achieving a goal works with how achieving a goal is like, which is a missile that corrects its course through negative courses until achieve its goals. Because first of all, they're fucking outdated, and second of all, like what I'm doing is kind of from their perspective gay and cringe, like trying to quit porn. What the fuck, like. Because they think that it is not a big deal, even if you explain to them. I don't need to explain to them, you know, although like many traumatic things have led me to over explain too much to the point that where I'm overwhelming people. But my motto is you'll see, and you'll see. This is what I'm actually wrote in my bio on my Instagram. You'll see. It's not that I'm saying this small word because I don't know how to explain myself. Sure, I know how to explain myself, but because you're gonna look at me in a way that doesn't cast votes to achieve my goal, that's why I'm just gonna let my results speak for themselves. Not quitting porn, but the money that I'm gonna make from helping people to quit porn. And these money gonna speak for themselves that I've quit porn. It's so scary that I'm gonna risk. Fuck my mom, to be honest. You know, like she abandoned me many times. Why I need to fucking listen to her, even if it means that she's just doing it because she wants to save you and etc. and bullshit. But I know it's right for me. I know, like when I'm talking like in that manner, I just imagine like my example, like Abu Sadim Ilyas. When he talked to me, he said that, yeah, you need to take responsibility on whether you're gonna get a good grade in school or not. But he actually gets a good grade and he went to China, you know, he's working, studying and doing his coaching thing. But I need to trust my gut, you know. I need to trust my gut. A man who do decisions and makes mistakes is far more trustable than a man who's, you know what I mean, like the reverse. And the biggest mistake a man can ever make is not taking a one. And on my age, it's always essential to take as much risks as possible. In my age, in my 20s, I think in my 20s. I'm 18 now. I'm gonna turn 18 in August. Shit. And I don't know how to explain to you. Something is just weird that I want to explain here. You know, I'm kind of afraid of really like people are right. Maybe I'm just daydreaming, you know. Like, I'm not out of the fucking fact that you live in Morocco or just forget about your dreams, but out of the fact that I can't quit porn. So fucking scary, you know what I mean? Like, most of my competitors who are in the same niche are people who are certificated and shit, but I don't want to go through this gay shit, you know, certificated, like, bullshit, you know? Like, what I know in the current moment that I'm gonna touch on through the books is the parts work like EFS, internal family systems, reparenting myself, and shadow work. The shadow work that is introduced by Carl Jung. Like, there isn't a book exactly, but this Carl Jung thing, like the Jungian analysis, it is the shadow work. And I think it is just like, it's like how to identify your shadow work. Your shadow is just like when you see people, and for example, let's say that you see people are happy. Um, no, I'm gonna tell. One of mine. I think I have is when I see people gathering together. You know, like when I see people like everybody like got introduced to the party except me, and I'm gonna say like, yeah, yeah, we're not like them. Yeah, they're average. They're mediocre people and shit. You know, but although it is true that they are mediocre and I'm not, but still, like I need like this. What the shadow work I think is, which is basically like comforts and like surrendering through the shadow, through that thing that you all the time suppresses, whether you do something positive or negative to suppress it. You know, just suppressing it. You know, you need to surrender through that feeling. You know, you need to feel deeply that pain of being the guy who's not invited to the parties, you know, the weirdo, the outdated person, and trying your best to fit in, but you never seem you're cold. Like, sure, the reason why I couldn't fit in back then, it is not the reason now that I cannot fit in with people. Back then I wanted, but now I don't. Not out of positivity, but out of things that I can see that people cannot. The things that I can predict and people can't. That's what's actually scaring me. Not scaring me, to be honest. Like, I know the fact that a man prefers to be wrong with a tribe rather than being alone. And although that is true, but still I need to comfort my not inner parts, but the dark side of me, my dark shadow. The things that, like, I remember a good example of what is how to identify the shadow. It's like when you see people doing something and you kind of criticize them, you know. And the reason why you criticize them is not because you want them the best, but because something got hurt on you. And as a coping mechanism, you try to criticize them so you won't feel, oh man, it looks so fucking sexy. Oh, Mexican daddy. Holy fuck, bro. You know what I mean? Like, damn, bro. Holy God. I just found that. I'm gonna do this every single time. You see, and you kind of criticize them. You say, ah, mediocre people are they cringe, you know? And sure, you're so fucking right. You're 100% right. But you're not a one self. You have many parts. Like there is many parts. Like many. It's like in football, there is many players, and there's the manager. But besides the manager, there is the opposition of the manager. It's like Naruto is the manager and Sasuke is the opposite of Naruto. You know that Sasuke is your dark side, it's your shadow. You know, and whenever time Naruto gonna motivate the fucking parts so they can work together, so they can work for your advantage. But the foundational thing is that Sasuke. You know, the foundational thing is that shadow, and most importantly, you need also to comfort him. And the way you comfort that shadow is not like when you comfort the parts. When you comfort the shadow, you don't really try to fix something or convince something. You not comfort and acknowledge your shadow just like you do with your EFS, your internal family system. The way you do it is surrender. You feel that feeling deeply. The feelings that you don't like, the grief, the sadness, missing someone, fear, anger, meaninglessness. And it is until you feel that feeling deeply when you surrender. Like this is another book that I going to receive as well. Surrender. And I think probably all those things that I learn are the enough things for the sake of quitting porn. Because I know I unlocked the first layer, which is self-image, and the second layer is these things that I'm just described to you, like the EFS, internal family system, and the Jungian analytics, which is shadow work and reparenting. And if there is something else that I need to learn, I'm I'm happy with it with an open heart. It's gonna take me until I'm gonna be 30, then I can be able to quit porn, and thus I'm gonna help others as well. I'm so fucking grateful for it, because if it was easy, if I wanted as a witch to quit porn till 18 years old, then it's gonna be easy and everybody can do it. You know, sometimes life is against you, sometimes life is with you, and you cannot suicide when life is against you and be happy when life is with you. You need to be choosing one pick, and through that pick, you need to see life through it, through the negative and the positives. You don't need to be a double minded, you need to be a divine mind, divine face, and look at life through the same layer that you look through the other half of life. Because I think there is a love in the universe that just rewards people who are authentic and kind of treat the universe, not God, the universe. Like, God is universe, universe is God. You know, not the universe itself, but the laws. You know, God have set these laws and all that shit. And I think one of the laws is that God rewards people who are diving and authentic and realistic and rational, compared to people who are just emotional and driven by how they feel. It took me 20 minutes to explain all this shit. So this is the point that where am I right now? The last week and these days were like, today's Monday. Like, this last 8 days were so fucked up. From the time that I digged so deep to meet my wounds and my trauma and my hurted parts, and I was like deliberately relapsing every single time because I couldn't handle the pain that I just unlocked. Because it's like Kurama, you know, Naruto, like there is Naruto inside of him, there is Kurama, you know, and I just try to calm him down, you know, like I just used porn a little bit, and I won't like dig deep into my emotions as much as I did back then. Yeah, bro, but you have ChatGPT, like, come on, bro, like if you ask ChatGPT to create you, it just doesn't do his work as much as he needs, you know. It's just a fucking free version. I'm not making excuses. I experienced it. I know what's, and I don't need to explain to you, because motherfucker, you won't even go through what I'm going to through, what I'm went through, and know what I'm actually going through in the future. So shut the fuck up. I know what's going for me. You know, I'm probably in a better position as you, comparing to you. So you need to know what you're talking about. This video won't see, like, I don't know who I'm talking about. This video is gonna be just unleashed in, like, it's gonna just be in private, you know. Probably I'm gonna public it when I'm gonna be grown up a little bit, you know. Alright, so now it's 7 and 12 p.m. It's 19 and 12 p.m. Tomorrow I'm gonna talk with my mom. I'm gonna tell her that I talked with the teacher and I told him that don't come to my house anymore, because, you know, I'm gonna tell my mom, I'm gonna delude her that I talked with the teacher and I told him to not come to my house anymore. And like, in case, like, I'm just gonna tell her like, yeah, I already talked with them and I told them the thing. And afterwards, like, not based on what she says, but just to, like, you know, like, guarantees. Then I'm gonna talk with the teacher. I'm gonna tell him that someone in my family have died and I need to go another city, and we not want to pay you fucking 1 month, and I'm gonna just be with you for 4 sessions. So fuck you, get your ass up out of my fucking home, and things are gonna be all right. I don't give a fuck how much I'm gonna get in my fucking shit. I don't know. Holy fuck. Ah, shit. That hurts. I don't know why I'm doing that, bro. Yeah, like, tomorrow I'm gonna do that thing, and now I'm gonna just, like, stick to my schedule. I didn't go to the gym since fucking September. Holy fuck, my genetics are fucking insane. I'm really grateful. Although I'm fatherless and brotherless and an only child raised by a fucking mother woman. Not a fucking. At least my mom she's not a fucking teacher. She's a fucking pharmacist, and you know, she tried her best to raise me, and I'm grateful for the things that I'm grateful for the things that I have. I'm grateful for the things that I'm going through, and I know that God. I know that God that fucking didn't say it on the Bible or on the fucking Quran. You need to fucking finish the school. If you didn't finish school, you're fucking kafir, you know? Because fucking God, like fucking Quran was fucking published. Oh, it's so fucking funny. It was like revelated, I guess the word is, in 1,400 years ago. And things now are so fucking changed, you know? Not for the better, but change from the natural, you know. And that's why when we see the Quran laws, we say, oh my god, he says like the, oh my god, Quran is so fucking crazy, oh Muhammad is so fucking crazy. Like, it makes sense why we say that shit, bro. It makes sense, bro. Like, do you think that we're living life just like normal people should live life? Like, sure, you're gonna tell me, yeah, it's fucking modernist, like, you need to be modern person, you need to be modern each year, like, there's a difference between revolution and evolution and fucking evolving and fucking improving compared to moderation. Like, when you told me like your moderation, the first thing comes to your mind is just those fucking, like those fucking toy sex and the fucking, like the fucking zzz and the fucking hurt things that people put in their fucking vaginas and dicks so they can fucking come instead of fucking having normal sex with actual human beings. Oh, you need to be a modern person. Moderation is key. Fuck you, bitch ass nigga. Look what I wrote here, bro. Look what I wrote here, bro. Come on, like yesterday, like this was in 26, and today is, I don't know, 29. Fuck it. Like, I was lonely as fuck, man. Like, holy fuck, bro. And the thing is, like, it's not that I lose people. I let people go, basically. It's not that I lose them. I basically let them go, you know. Because it's not only that they don't serve me, but they just fucks up my fucking self-image and shit. And it's so fucking scary though, bro. Come on. Yeah, so this is the video of today. Because I'm someone who has a big dick, I will post that shit onto YouTube and public, not private. Because I'm fucking having a big dick. I know myself I'm gonna fucking succeed. I don't know who you motherfucking watching me. Like, I don't give a fuck either whether you're a man or a woman or my mom or my fucking father that I didn't see him since I was young. Fuck you, bitch ass nigga. You don't owe me nothing. And if worst case, like if my business didn't work, let's suppose that I gave up, I'm either gonna go to the military or I'm gonna kill myself, basically. But I can't myself like I can't measure myself like going to the military, meeting those fucking fucked up people, talking about fucking football and shit. And I was like fucking, it's like fucking, you know, like this fucking president of Syria, you know, he was the king of Syria and all that shit. Now he moved on to where, Russia, and he's working as a fucking doctor, you know, and he's fucking like, he was here, now he's here working with mediocre people and seeing people talking, and he's telling himself inside of his mind, I used to be the king and now I'm fucking with those mediocre people. Like, this is how I can't imagine myself in that position where I'm fucking knowing too much things and I cannot find people relatable to me. Like, I can tell you that I don't know nothing, nor in business or in porn addiction or in neuroplasticity or not shit. But I can tell you something. The domino effect. I believe in God, and it's not about that and it's not like fucking like throwing myself at fucking hell. I'm just doing a transformation, you know? And transformations are uncomfortable, unreliable, are fucked up, you know? Like, you lose people, you grieve people. I'm literally like, I won't lie. Yesterday I was fucking crying so much about my ex. Not only because she was like giving me hands and she was giving me like jobs and this, like literally I genuinely loved her, and it was just so weird because it's kind of, I felt cringe. Not cringe, but more about, not regret either, just felt like I can't keep nothing, you know. It hurts me, like that bitch used to know everything about me, and now, like, sometimes it just hurts, you know, when how easily, not only how can people move out from you as if you were nobody before. Like, I can tell you, bro, like I was doing my role, like at least I see myself like I was doing my best, my little best, you know. I can tell that it hurts when not only missing them talking to you, laughing with you, but you just miss their eyes pointed in you, their eyes pointed in your eyes, your mouth, your face. You just miss not the happy, but just the neutral facial expression, as if you met them for the first time. They were just having normal face expressions, but now you didn't deserve that. But the way that they just like not even look at you, like even when they look at you, they just look at you with a fucking negative gaze, and that just fucks up your mind. Especially if your woman is she's a more of a bitch, cannot tell you the truth, and she's just like playing it like, oh no, I don't feel nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong? I don't know. Nothing is wrong for me. You know, like that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, and feeling like a fucking dumbass, man. Like, all that shit that you see here, bro, like, it just was an idea because I wanted to fucking give her the best, but fuck her, man. I love another woman.